Okay, so we're going to talk about curriculum flag requirements for social work students. So when you're looking at your degree plan for a bachelor's of social work degree, you're going to look at the bottom left-hand side to see what the curriculum flag requirements are. It's this bottom left box. So what are flags? So flags are basically designed, hopefully, to overlap with some of the curriculum that you're already taking to signify that a class you're going to be learning a specific skill from. So for example, writing, let's talk about writing. That's a very popular flag. Everybody across campus has to take writing flags. You will know that in your writing courses, your assignments and things are going to be writing heavy. So you're going to be having, research papers and essays and things like that versus maybe multiple choice quizzes and exams. So you're going to be having more written assignments than maybe in some of your other classes. So as far as flags go, every student across campus does have to have at least one of each flag to graduate, typically, but the requirement does change depending on which school or major you're pursuing. So it's important for you to be aware of what's required for you as a social work major versus maybe what's required of one of your peers in another college on campus. So the good thing is for social work students, majority of your flags are going to be built into your major. And you can see that on your major courses, the flags are listed on the side of their titles. And you can also see that on the courses, on the course schedule in the column. And I'll show you just a minute how to see that. So if you go to the course schedule, you just, sign in how you normally would sign in with your UT EID and passcode. And then we'll just look for social work just because we're giving you the example of social work. Click here. And then on the right hand side, you're going to see the flags. And so all the flags are going to be in this kind of orangey color box. And you'll see a couple of little letters next to it. If you hover your mouse over it, oftentimes it will tell you what the flag is for. But otherwise, you could look at your degree plan and you can see what those letters are if you need some clarification. So for your flags, if you're a transfer student externally transferring into UT, you may have taken courses at your previous community college or four-year institution that potentially could have had a flag being met. If you think you took a course that was deserving of a global cultures flag, or maybe you took a statistics class or a calculus class or something at your community college or four-year institution, and you think it should have a quantitative reasoning flag, or maybe you took economics at before coming to UT. These are all potential classes that you could petition for a flag requirement. And in order to petition, you can go down here on the second page of your degree, and you can see there's the link to go through the flag petition process. Be sure you talk to a BSW advisor prior to starting the process, just so we can let you know, like, maybe that's a good class to petition or not, based on our understanding of what flags are. If you took an exam to get class credit, like maybe you took the SAT or you took AP exam or something like that, those credit by exams do not grant you a flag. So if you tested out of statistics and now you're like, oh, I want to get my quantitative reasoning flag for my statistics exam, credit by exam, it will not count. That's a university policy. Another university policy is you cannot transfer flag requirements into UT after you've already started UT. So for example, if you're starting UT this fall, and then you decide that you want to take your economics class at a community college in this following summer, and that's where you were planning to get your quantitative reasoning flag from, you cannot get that approved because you've already started UT as a UT student, and therefore they want you to take all of your remaining flags at UT. So just be sure that if you had transfer coursework prior to coming to UT, that is something you could potentially petition for a flag. But if you take transfer coursework after being admitted and starting at UT, you will not be able to petition that for a flag requirement. So that's pretty much everything that you need to know as far as flags go. Oh, one last thing. Whoops. Global cultures and culture diversity flags cannot come from the same class. So sometimes you'll see a class that has both of those flags, and you're like, awesome, I want to take that flag. It's going to count for 2 flag requirements. This is the one catch. So if you have a class that has both of these flags, you can only get one of them from it. You can choose which one you want it to count. If you find a class that has like a writing flag and a quantitative reasoning flag together, that's fine. You'll get both of the flags. Or if you find one that has a culture diversity flag and a writing flag, that will also count. But these 2 cannot come from the same class. Okay. And the other thing to know for flags is you'll want to try to double dip, to be efficient with your degree plan, the course requirements within in the same class with the flag. So for example, if you're not getting a global cultures from one of your social work classes, it's an option for you to look for, a core course requirement that has the global cultures flag, or maybe you would look for a global cultures flag coming from your upper division social behavior science, or maybe a optional minor certificate or dual degree. So you can double dip those in other places. The writing flag, a common place to double dip, will be coming from core. Here is also very popular to double dip for your writing flag. So that's pretty much everything you need to know for flag requirements. If you have other questions specific to you, feel free to reach out to a BSW advisor and we can help you figure out what's the best option for you in completing your curriculum flag requirements.